Hey everyone, this is Rosa from RCG Creations. How are you? I'm doing a follow-up here on the live video I did, I think it was 2 days ago at Tuesday morning. We went to visit a seminar with May Made It. Check out her YouTube channel, May Made It. She's on YouTube. She's got a wonderful show. And her husband Vinny, he has Vinny's Vittles. It's all about cooking. But anyway, check them out. But we went to go visit her. And while we were there, we ended up running around to see what was, after the seminar, we just went to go see, okay, it's not lunchtime, it's not dinner time, so let's just go see what we want to do, because we didn't want to go back to the hotel. We found it Tuesday morning. Well, I go, oh, Tuesday morning, and hubby goes, oh, okay, let's go. So he pulled the car around, and we walked in, and we stayed, and I got to stay as long as I wanted and stop in that one little aisle, but still, it was an aisle. And I found a bunch of good stuff, so I hope y'all get a chance to look at that video. But here is what I purchased from on that trip. And here is a set of AC paper flowers. I like to do white for the simple reason I can color these with markers or alcohol sprays, any color I want. You could even color the little white pearl. And I like to do that. That way I can color code as I need. I purchased, they had 4. I already opened up one and used it. 4 of this tear tape, so a double-sided adhesive, and this is the real thin, the 1/8 inch one. And as you can see how thin it is, I really like that. They had 4, and I went ahead and took all 4 of those. And then I did purchase this Heidi Swapp stencil, and it's called HB Crossing Stencil, and I love that technique. I'm going to use that on the background for some of my background cards. And my thing that I really enjoyed getting was this memory board from We Are Memory Keepers. It's a memory board tag punch board. I like to hang on to these because what I do is I put mine on protective sheet covers on my punches. No matter who they are, as long as they fit, they go into a pocket sheet protector page, and I have them hanging on little S hooks from that I got from the home supply store, like Home Depot, Lowe's. And they sit. I have these wire racks in my craft room, which I have shelves up on it. I have to get his tap ladder to get into it, but that's okay. Hubby is 6'2", so I'll just go, honey, I need help. I'll come over and grab whatever it is that I need. But anyway, so that's how I hang all my tools and my punch boards and those sheet protectors. As a matter of fact, I think I have one. Yes, I do. I have one right here. So this will be here. Oh, as a matter of fact, I did. I labeled it. I like to label them on the tag because they hang like this. So this way when I'm flipping the pages, I know exactly what it is. So I labeled it tag punch board. So I'll just go ahead and show you how I do it. That's just maybe someone's interested in that. And each tag has the main instructions with it. And there it is. And then it just sits on the little S hook and it just hangs just like that. So I'm able to see the name as I'm flipping through to see what tag I want to get. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make a tag. And it's really fairly simple. I like this little machine. This particular machine, I have the directions here somewhere. They do from 1 to 3.5 inches. And so as long as it's not more than 3 inches wide, it can be as long as you want because it doesn't really matter. Okay, there's the tag. And then here's some that I went ahead and made. Here, this one is going to be out of cardstock, so we're going to show that in just a minute. This one is made out of just regular printed paper. This is cardstock. And this one is lined linen cardstock. And this one is what I made. I just got my double-sided adhesive, run it through there, and then I used my diamond sugar dust, and I put it on there, and I just tapped it down really real good with my finger to make sure it doesn't fall off. And then I just use my Martha Stewart punch. I don't know what this one's called, but I like this punch. I have a bunch of her punches. And I punch the bottom of it. And then I just put this little sticker. Oh, there's some glue that didn't dry. Okay. But anyway, that's just a little embellishment. Then I'll put my own little ribbon. But actually, this is going to be a gift and a swap that I'm doing. So I like to give little extra goodies whenever I'm giving out swaps to people. And that's going to be for them, for that swap. So let's go down to, let's go ahead and make a card. And so here's the punch board. This is your, what do you call this? They call it a hinge to hinge. This holds, like all the punches from your memory keepers, that's your blade, and see how it's pretty sharp. And then that's the housing that sits inside the little housing here, so you always get a straight cut. And then that's just where you store it. And this is your hole puncher. You use that to make the holes on the tag. And then there's the back of it. I like to put my name initials on all my tools because whenever I go to a swap or a crop, I like to share my tools, let anybody borrow them. So I always want to make sure I get them back, so I put my name on it. But what's nice about this is it has these little grooves, and each one of these grooves are lettered from A through L. And then here, these little grooves are measured from half to 3 inches, and then you line it up on whatever size width card tag that you're going to make. Line it up here, and there's where you punch your hole. So, I mean, you can punch the hole first, or you can punch it last. I personally like to punch it first. What I've noticed is sometimes when it's too narrow, you don't have the right measurements, so you're not really on the dead center, and I want to be dead center. So this one is going to go on 2, and I'm trying to see, because I'm an old lady here, the glare. So this is going to be 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. So 2.5 here, 2.5 here. You get it in the grooves. Punch it, and then there's your hole. And then you're going to line it up, and this is where you get to line it up however you want to line it up, because based on how you want to do it, you keep this tag flushed against this little bar here, and then this is going to be your cut mark. So do you want a small tip, or do you want one a little bit longer or wider? And again, that's a personal preference on how you want to do it. Just remember what letter you're using, so when you flip it, because you're going to flip it to cut the other side, you want to put it on the same letter. So what I'm going to do is, basically I'm just going to pick one, and that's what I'm going to pick. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and that is the letter H. So I'm going to line this up on the letter H. Put the hinge down. I like to, because the memory keepers, their blades are not always really sharp. They're not, I don't know why, but I always, with the replacement blades, are always sharper than the original that comes with the tool. I don't know. That's just been my experience. If anybody else has different experience, I would love to hear your comments on that. Push down, and then you see how it sticks there. That's why I'm gonna have to order me a new blade. I don't know why, but it's always the original blade that came with the tool. See how it cuts it out for you? Then all you do is flip it, put it back on that letter H, so you know you got the right spot. That way both sides are the same cut. And you notice what I did is I put my blade inside the paper instead of starting the edge, so it wouldn't buckle up like it did on this one here for me. And then that gives you a lot smoother cut. And as you can see, that cut is a lot smoother than this one. So I'm going to flip this over one more time. Put myself back on the H. Let's see if I can clean those little ridges off. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. And actually, yes, it did. See how I cut all those little made it more even? So now it's more of an even shown tape. So there's your tag right there. Put this back. Always be careful because it is a sharp blade. You don't want to cut yourself. And then you just want to decorate it however you want to. Put your little ribbon. It's totally up to you. But see how easy that was? Fast and easy. This is a decorated one. And I like to handwrite on here little notes and stuff. Like here I put, you cut it from 1 inch to 3.5 inch width for the tag. That's how wide the tool holds. And then to put myself a little note, you line the tag to the width size of the card. That way you know it's always the width to determine where the hole goes, because you always want it on the dead center. Oh, unless you wanted to offset it for some reason, which you can based on how you decorate it. But here's your simple steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, didn't take hardly any time at all. And thank you so much for watching. Please hit like and place a comment if you can, or ask me any questions. Hit share so we can share this with your friends and family. I'd love to get some more subscribers. And I thank you so much for watching, and you have a wonderful day.